Very good. Welcome to your Resource Management Committee meeting. It's November 5th. And first things first, agenda needs to be approved. And the pledge is, why isn't that in there? Oh, there it is. Got it. Pledge your allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Roll call.
Oops, hold on. Mr. Curran,
Here.
Mrs. Hanchett,
Here.
Mr. Barnes,
Present.
Mr. Demick,
Here.
Mr. Fanton,
Here.
Mrs. Ricketts Wales,
Here.
and Mr. Harris. 6 present, and we have a quorum.
Okay. And then we'll do the approval of the agenda.
Van will move it. Demick will second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We are good to go. Approval of minutes of October 1st.
Hanchett will move.
Ricketts Wales will second.
Approval?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? That's approved. Okay. Scott Torrey has a pretty thick package here.
Good afternoon. I'm going to report a few highlights. The 2 FEMA projects we have going on the Genesee River, they're kind of tied up with FEMA and DEC at the moment. We're working with Sun Valley Campground up in Canasarega to do some permitting to stabilize a stream that flows through the campground. It had damage in May. We're working on a few projects on private landowners, stream erosion, and some gravel deposition that's causing flooding on a landowner's lawn. Village of Cuba, we're still waiting on approvals for that project on Griffin Creek next to the Village Park. Town of Andover, that permit has been approved and the town is currently completing that project. Town of Burns, we just completed and got approved an emergency permit for work on Tilden Hill Road. We're also working on a permit for the town of Alfred for East Valley Road. Town of Independence and Town of Willing, we're assisting them with their FEMA projects. And we also did a system riprap for the town of Almond on Ryan Road. We are doing a bedded pack barn up in Centerville, and we are working on climate resilient farming round 9 grants. Those are due November 17th. And last month, Mr. Demick had asked about our funding we received for the salt storage projects. So I have a summary of the projects we've implemented in there now and the ones we've recently applied for grant funding through the WQIP program.
Yeah, these are the pictured
That's
job.
very awesome, Scott. I appreciate you doing that. That's very impressive.
Thank you.
Yeah,
If you want any of these municipalities to see what they're getting out of our investment, I think this is a big part of it right here.
You know, all the time we spend on applying for those grants, we utilize, the appropriation from the county to cover our employee costs, so.
very good. Anyone have any more questions on these projects? Over here. Go.
Yeah, Scott, what's the difference between a municipal property and a private property as to what you can do?
For us, there's not a lot of difference because we are legally allowed to work on private property. Sometimes the grant funding is a little harder to come by for a private landowner. The FEMA funding is geared towards, fixing infrastructure, protecting infrastructure, so it's a little more challenging to get funding for private landowners.
So the private landowner is gonna end up paying the majority, if not all, of any work that's done?
It depends on what the project is. We've been able to utilize the excavator that the county provided funding for a few years ago. We've been able to, decrease the cost it takes for the landowner to fix, a eroding stream in his backyard. So that's kind of where we've been able to help private landowners. But if it can be a challenge to find funding for that.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. Same thing how do you determine, like if a home is demolished by a stream that hasn't overflowed in years, is that more on the landowner instead of the,
It's a situation by situation thing.
yeah,
Like this flooding in May, we were able to help some of the landowners just by removing, trees from culverts in their backyard or some gravel bars or put some riprap in where it's, eroding and like in Almond, we did it where it's threatening their bridge for their house.
right,
It's just a situation by situation thing.
good. You've got a lot going.
Yep.
I say, any more questions?
Thanks for all you do
All right,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you.
and all the money you bring in to do it with.
Did you get your job done downstairs?
No, I have to go back down. It's always that way with the DMV. There's always something a little different each time. So you guys have our report. We had our annual meeting last week. Thank you, those of you who were able to attend. Master gardeners are going like gangbusters right now. There were a bunch of fall gardening classes over the past couple weeks. This past week, we had a terrarium building, and it was packed. So they're having fun. 4-H is also having a lot of holiday events. They had their Produced in New York this past weekend, and Homemade Holidays is this weekend. So keeps us on our toes.
Yeah.
Did anybody have any questions?
I have a comment.
Yeah.
I was able to come to your annual meeting. The flight of soups were delicious. But I was pretty intrigued with the apprenticeship
Yeah.
program that is going on, and I think it's something that really we could work. I'd like to see it go across the board,
Yep.
something like that, because I think that's the way we can grow our businesses and grow the staffing that we need. So I was pretty impressed with
Yeah,
that presentation.
There's a lot of information in that presentation. For those of you who weren't there, Kim Lamondola from Southern Tier West gave a presentation on the new relationship with the Department of Labor that allowed for butchers and meat processors to have internship level, I guess you have to jump through a lot of hoops in order to be able to be considered a business that would accept interns, I think. So I think many of you might remember from during COVID, it was near impossible to find anybody to process local meat. Everybody was backed up. So they didn't have employees. It's hard to train employees. The only program for training is at SUNY Cobleskill, and it's offered once a year. And it's limited in the number of folks that can attend, as well as it's pricey. It's a full week of being off work and staying overnight and everything. So we've been looking for different ways to be able to promote this field of as a profession. So it's pretty exciting that everybody was able to collaborate together to get this moving forward.
I believe they also have funding to help pay for the apprenticeship too, for
believe that's
the
part of it, too.
business
Yeah.
owner or the processor.
Yeah,
So, great program.
yeah. Anybody else?
Anybody? Another question? Yes, Gary.
I just want to apologize. I completely forgot about your meeting.
Should I be sending you a special message, Gary?
9 o'clock that evening, I realized I was supposed to be doing that. I apologize.
It's all good. But thank you.
Anyone else?
Let's go back to work.
Yeah,
Yeah, back downstairs.
Yeah,
I thank you.
thank you.
Okay, we're at unfinished business. New business? Good of the order. And I'll ask for adjournment.
Banton will move it.
Hanchett will second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned.